Good morning, Team Anastasis. Happy Friday. Today we are continuing our Blue Cup discussions, and we've got Ms Tiernan with us, and she is someone in our neighborhood. She teaches our oldest students Anastasis. So I'm just going to jump in because you have a lot of questions. You are very popular. Your cup is very popular. Question number one, what is your lightsaber color?
Ooh, my lightsaber color. I have always liked Mace Windu's lightsaber. It's like a pinkish, purplish lightsaber. Samuel L. Jackson decided he wanted that color, so he's the only one with that color. But I actually kind of like it.
I kind of feel like if you're Samuel L. Jackson, you get away with saying things like that.
I think so. I think you get to make those sorts of demands.
Yes. How about your favorite drink?
My favorite drink. I think the drink that I drink the most often is probably tea. I have some tea now. So I guess that's my favorite.
What kind of tea do you like?
I like all of them. It depends on my mood. If I need to calm down, I really like chamomile and different flowery kinds of teas. There's this really good one that's a green tea that has rose in it. That's really good.
That sounds amazing. Mm-hmm. That sounds very good.
Yes.
Do you have any pets, Ms Tiernan?
I do. I currently have a cat. He is a 3-legged cat. He's a Maine Coon and Tabby mix, so he's orange and very, very fluffy, and his name is Sunny.
I did not realize he was a 3-legged cat.
He is, and it's his birthday tomorrow. He's gonna be 7 years old.
How exciting.
I know.
What is your favorite thing about teaching?
My favorite thing about teaching, well, I think my favorite thing is I love seeing how creative the students can be. Mm-hmm. A lot of them sometimes think they're not very creative, and everyone is in different ways. So seeing that come out when we do projects or even just having discussions in class or reflections, it's so encouraging, and it's inspiring, and I just love seeing all the different forms of creativity.
I like that part too. How about your favorite movie?
Oh, that's a hard question. My favorite movie. I knew someone was going to ask that, and it was going to trip me up. I think maybe I have a favorite movie in each genre of movie.
I understand that.
Like my favorite movie, hands down, when I was a little kid was The Little Mermaid. I was obsessed with Ariel because I collected things like her, and I wanted to have adventures and things like her. I really like this French movie called Amélie. It's about a shy girl. Love that movie. In high school, my favorite was Dead Poets Society. It was about a teacher who inspired his students, so love that one. And my favorite rom-com that I could watch every day is You've Got Mail.
I love You've Got Mail.
Yes, I love that movie.
OX. Yes, love it. How about a favorite vacation?
Ooh, vacation. I've traveled quite a lot. I've lived abroad too, and so I've traveled in Europe and things like that. But I think my favorite vacation was when I was in high school. My parents always knew I wanted to travel abroad and live abroad, and my dad, he believed that I had to understand what America was about and have an identity as an American before I left America and went somewhere else. So my summer before my junior year of high school, he put an atlas on the table, a big book of maps, and he put it on the table, and it was the United States, and he had me pick out the dream places that I wanted to go in the United States. And at that time I was really into the outdoors. So I picked all these national parks and all these national monuments and all sorts of things, mostly in the West. And so we plotted a road trip leaving from Missouri, where I'm from, and went to Colorado, and then went in this huge circle up into the Northwest and down in the Southwest and back. And it was amazing.
Coolest dad ever. What a neat, that's awesome. I love that story. Would you rather live by the mountains or by the ocean?
The mountains.
Didn't even hesitate.
No. I have a pretty strong case of thalassophobia, which is a fear of the deep ocean. I don't like when I can't see what's underneath me. So I like the ocean. Whales are my favorite animal, but I am afraid of it. And I really like cold weather, and I like mountains and exploring and hiking. So definitely mountains.
Love that. Well, you live in the correct state then.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Would you rather own a horse that was the size of a cat or a cat that was the size of a horse?
Ooh. Um, that's a hard question. Trying to picture it in my mind. I'd probably rather have a cat the size of a horse. Though snuggling might be kind of an issue if they want to like snuggle up with you because they're rather big.
Snuggle with them.
I
Like,
could. I could snuggle with
work
them.
up with them.
I don't know why the idea of like a tiny horse like that it kind of it makes me nervous. I don't know why.
It's fragile.
Yes, it's like it's little legs. I don't know.
And because it's a horse, people might try to ride it, and that would
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be problematic.
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
I'm pretty sure that one came from someone in my class. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Yes, that is correct.
Quite a lot, unless it was like an extremely kung fu chicken.
Oh yeah,
Probably quite a lot to take it down.
I would think so.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what kind of altercation led to this problem, but
I know. Why would they need to take out the elephant?
army of chickens is what I'm thinking. Are you religious or spiritual?
Um, that's a very good question. Right now, I would consider myself more spiritual instead of religious. I grew up in a very religious family. I attended Catholic school my whole life and went to a private Jesuit university for my undergraduate degree, and considered myself very religious during that time. And I think that that aspect of my life has just kind of morphed and has taken on a different meaning for me. Being religious growing up, all of my religion was very much tied to a physical location of the church. But now, being more spiritual, I see that as more open, and it doesn't necessarily need to be tied to a physical location. My spirituality has more open limits. So I would consider myself more that realm than strictly religious. That makes sense.
It does. I always think of religious more as like following all of the rules, and spiritual being more of there's more depth of
Yes.
everything. I
Yeah.
like that answer. Tied to a building versus
Mhm.
let loose and free in
Open.
the world.
More people included.
Yes. What was your favorite thing that you did over the summer?
My favorite thing I did over the summer. I had a lot of plans to travel, but unfortunately in the pandemic, a lot of those had to not happen. Summer, it seems like so long ago.
It does.
So long ago. I think my favorite thing, I have a 4-year-old. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I have a 4-year-old daughter, and during quarantine, since I'm a teacher starting in March, there was a great opportunity for me to be at home with her, but I had to teach throughout that. So there wasn't a lot that I could do to just kind of be with her. So I think my favorite thing in the summer was just I finally had that opportunity to stop and focus on activities with her. She's very outdoorsy, and she likes to collect bugs and go fishing and hike and do those sorts of things. So we spent a lot of time outside taking adventures in place of the trips we would normally take. So I think that was my favorite thing, was kind of exploring Colorado with her.
Sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite TV show?
Yes, I have quite a few. I think the one that I quote the most and my favorite TV show is The Office. But I also like any type of humor show like that. So I like Seinfeld, I like Friends.
All solid choices. Approved.
Yeah, quote all of those quite a lot.
What do you enjoy doing most in your free time?
I love to read. I like to write. I really like hiking and biking. I bike a lot. I like to play sports with either my daughter or friends. I do like video games, but in moderation. So you can ask me sometime what my favorite video game is, and I will have a response for you. and I like just kind of spending time with my daughter and my partner too. And so it's just kind of relaxing. Reading, writing is what I do most often, I think.
Nice.
Mhm.
This is just a lovely question. How has your week been?
Oh, that's really nice. My week has been good. I've been trying to set up a lot of things for our junior high class, and so it's been productive. But it's been nice. It's been a good week so far. I could use some cooler weather.
Yeah.
I like colder weather, but it's been good.
That was a thoughtful question, whoever
It
asked it.
was.
I like it.
It's very nice.
Do you like to have pets?
Yes. I always like to have pets. Oh, I completely forgot too. My daughter likes bugs, and so we talked a lot about bugs this summer when we were outside, and so she really wanted an ant farm. So we have an ant farm as well, and I take care of the ants in the ant farm. But yes, I love having pets, and I would love to have a dog someday. I just need more space. I want a good yard for it. So yes, always want to have a pet.
Solid thing for a dog to have. A yard is nice.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am? How old am I? 19.
A day over 19.
I am 31.
It's a perfect age to be. I like it.
I enjoy my age.
Do you have a favorite food?
I'm sure I do. I like spicy food, so I think my favorite food is probably Thai food. That's what I crave most often is Thai food or Chinese food. But I think, again, kind of what I eat most often is more comfort foods like lasagna I really like, or I like all sorts of Italian food and noodles and things like that.
Mrs. K is sitting here and would like to know what your favorite Thai restaurant is.
Oh, well, what's funny is I have lived in Colorado for quite some time, about 10 years, over 10 years. I don't have a favorite. I've tried out a few and was not that excited about them. So if you have a suggestion, Mrs. K, I would love to hear it.
All right, there you go. Do you have a favorite song?
No. I think that's a really hard question, and I've seen everyone else on the Blue Cup kind of say like they have a song that goes with their mood. I would say I more have bands that go with my mood.
Yeah.
And I've had favorite bands throughout my life. I really like Dave Matthews Band and a bunch of different ska bands. Some of my all-time go-tos are like Queen, or I like Bruce Springsteen a lot because my mom loves him. Tom Petty. I'm from the Midwest, so country music is not my favorite, but it's comforting in a way.
Like your home.
Yes. And then when I was in junior high and high school, I really liked punk bands. So I was really into Green Day and My Chemical Romance and bands like that. So
nice. I like that answer. Favorite bands. Do you have a favorite expression?
Favorite expression that I do? Or like a face or like an expression?
It doesn't, there's not clarification for us. So take it how you want.
I think I can draw it. The emoji I use most often is like.
Oh, I'm so excited to see this.
Like the unimpressed one or the disgruntled one in terms of that expression. Like, it's hard for me to do it.
I use the eye roll emoji more than any other.
Yeah, that's my favorite, like facial expression. An expression I'll say like, oh man, a lot. Or oh geez. Big one.
I like it. Are you a dog or a cat person?
Both. I thought I was not a cat person until I met my cat. I found him in the woods in New Hampshire when I was living there, and never was a cat person. I thought they were so standoffish and just independent, and I like that a dog will sit with you and play with you and be cuddly. And I never met a cuddly cat. So when I found my cat, I had a conversation with him and said, if this is going to work, you need to be more dog-like. So he is very dog-like. He's cuddly. He plays with toys. He fetches things. He comes when I arrive home. He runs to the door. So after him, I actually found a second cat. He died a couple of years ago, but he was the same way, very cuddly and affectionate. So didn't think I was a cat person, but turns out I am. But I love dogs too.
Who knew?
I know.
Just takes the right one, I think,
Yeah.
to find us. Do you have favorite anime?
Sure. That may have been someone in my class too.
I'm not sure I could answer that question.
I'm trying to think. I've watched a lot of anime. Like I've watched Full Metal Alchemist and things like that. When I was a kid, my favorite anime, if they consider it anime, I don't know if this person would, but my favorite thing was Pokemon.
Oh,
And so I still love it. I keep telling the younger kids they have to come up here and just see you someday, but I have like Pokemon stuffed animals and figurines in there, and I have a whole card collection. So that was really important to me.
Pokemon fans, did you just hear that? That's amazing.
I know, and I've seen some of them downstairs playing with their cards, and I've asked them about it. It's very exciting.
Nice. And then last question, do you like spaghetti?
Very much so. I love spaghetti. I love if you add a little spice to it, have some peppers in there.
Some red peppers, yeah. Nice.
Mm.
Well, thank you, Ms. Tiernan. We love having you in our neighborhood, and we liked getting to know you today.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Bye.